Okay. Don't be.
We
Nice.
live.
Sundays and Wednesdays, yeah. 8 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. It's the crew and you. Let's go.
You can't get any better.
Best thing about it, the way he did it the right way.
With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
Do y'all have anything to say about
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. Congratulations to my dog, Chuck Little John, the OG.
Y'all didn't notice I've been changing hats all night, have you?
No.
You've been doing
That
it.
boy,
And so look, let me tell you, those dudes were the first one that I ever seen with the full tracksuit and no drawers. You know what I'm saying?
Understand that you can be at the bottom, you can be anything you want to be, and when that happens, you can be a champion like me.
Can you imagine 100 people just all yelling?
With the crew and you, to the crew and you. With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. I'm your boy G. To my right hand side, we got OG's fan of the number 1 seed South Carolina women's basketball and UNC men's basketball team. The OG himself, Chuck Little John. And underneath us both, man, we have Decatur's realest dad. Realest dad.
Did I spell something wrong? Supposed to be the realest deal, and I did something wrong.
Oh, realest deal. I'm sorry, realest deal.
That might be me too.
Really is deal. Really is deal.
Really is real. Spell realist. It really is. It's real.
Yeah, that's like really. I see eye now. I need my glasses. Corey Davis, man. What's up, fellas?
Man, it's been a minute, ain't it? I mean, I know we have a lot of things going on. I'm blessed to be here. I'm blessed that y'all here with me. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. And then first off, I do want to say, man, thank you all for all your prayers, your well wishes, your condolences out to our family in the difficult situation. Our brother Ron Smith has gained his wings, and he is gone off to be with the Lord, man. And man is a living legend in the Atlanta community, in this world, man. He's left a legacy here that we all want to strive for and be. But our family is definitely thanking you all for all y'all prayers and well wishes, man. We appreciate y'all. It was much needed. We needed all of them. Man. So we thank y'all so much, so dearly, man. Much love to each and every one of you all out there.
No doubt.
Cool. That's what's up, man.
All right. Also, my homegirl Queen, man, she reached out to me on Facebook and gave me a good word today for my wife that actually made my wife feel a lot better today, man. So Queen, thank you. She just actually subscribed to the channel today as well. So thank you and welcome to the TCY family. It's all love. We love all you all, man. So thank you for subscribing as well, boo. All right. James Littlejohn, Rodney Littlejohn, appreciate y'all jumping on. Everybody else out there, please put your name in the chat. Put your You got two chords. All right. I got you. All right, so no, everybody out there, man, put your name in the chat. Put your so we can reach out to you, so we can interact with you while you're out there. We love to interact. This is an interactive podcast, so we'd like to talk to the listeners, man. So if you would, please put your name in the chat so we can say what's up to you. Snack Panther, we appreciate it, big homie. Welcome on. We got a great show, man. Everybody out there on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Remember, when you come to the channel, man, bring a friend, tell a friend, and when you come, don't come by yourself. All right. Okay. Pee Wee said, man, we cannot do two Corys.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Look, I got a story to tell, man. Before we get started, man.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Listen to me, man. All right. So me and the kids, wifey, we were out yesterday, just kind of doing some things, and we were in the Ellenwood area, and we on our way back home, and we come to, I'm coming to a stop, and I look, and I see money on the ground. I see hundreds of dollars at an intersection, so I stop the car, and my wife like, what the hell you doing? And I get out, and I get to picking up money. You know what I'm saying? I see it flying, I'm picking it up, and then a motorcycle stop, and he picks up one of them because he's like, hey man, you can't just lose your money. He give me the money, right? And I'm like, thank you. I'm like, and I'm putting it back in the envelope that I see, right? And I'm looking, and then I see a check with the money, and I was like, and something came over me like, it belongs to this person who's on this check. Because I was about to keep the hundreds, man, listen to me. And so I'm shaking it a little bit because I'm like, something ain't right. You know how you look around, and then my wife go, it's money in the yard. Go get the money in the yard too. I'm picking it like it's Easter.
Right.
Picking it up. And so I come back in the car, and I get a handful of, and I was like, oh my God. I said, what we do? And then my son goes, we have to find the owner. And I go, shut up. Listen, we finna keep. And then I look at the check, and it had Elaine Johnson is on the check. And I go, you know how it come over here, can't keep the money. And it showed where she paid. It looked like she was putting money in the envelope to pay somebody. Like a bill or something. And I was just like, Lord, what you doing to me? You know what I'm saying? I'm picking up money like it's a cash payday for me. And so my wife goes, let's find where this lady stay. And I ain't gonna lie, my head don't want to go, I don't care where this lady stay. It's a done deal. And then it was like, okay, go drive around and see where this lady stay at, So we go and we get there, and she is in the yard. And her husband is in the yard too. And so I get out. So my wife was like, Miss Elaine? She go, yeah. And so she go, did you just have some work done at your house or whatever? She go, yeah, this man just took all of my money. And I got the envelope with all the money she just paid this guy after he did the services. He did, she had a, what is it? Septic tank work done.
Okay.
And so he just cleaned it out and probably fixed it and whatever else they did. And I just handed her all the money that she just paid this guy to do the work to do.
Oh. So the guy lost the money.
The guy lost the money. Yeah, whoever she brought over there, because it done left her house. You know what I'm saying? It was in the street and with the envelope, and she put a blast out and a suck out, whatever, all the stuff that she paid him to do was in that envelope, and all this money was blowing everywhere. And I picked everything up and I took it back to her. Now, let me tell you how I feel like this deal was a little. I can't tell you what she did with the money. I don't know if she called her back and said, look, Chuck, all the money just blew out of the street. Come back and get your money, baby. She grabbed the envelope back and folded it like we were just doing a bad dope deal. And I go, and I want to look like, are you going to call this man? But then I was like, I ain't got nothing. I'm hoping for my own blessing behind doing this, because I ain't going to lie, like I said, my wife did it. My son was the first one to say, we have to do the right thing. And I go, who's raising you right now? But
obviously you're doing a good job of raising your children over there, man. You're raising them to do the right thing.
Listen,
I'm going to take on that one too when you finish.
If that check wouldn't have been in that envelope, well, we could have found with the dress on it. I ain't going to lie to y'all. And then the motorcycle dude was like, hey, man, you can't just leave your money out there. Thank you. Yes, you're right. This is my money. Oh my God.
I'm gonna tag on that right quick. So I go to the bank one day. I'm getting a good bit out because I'm moving some money from one bank to another.
Mm-hmm.
So the lady counts out the money, but one of them, she just gives me a band, and there's supposed to be a certain amount of money in there.
Band?
Yeah, wrapped up in the band. Yeah, so not that much for it. So anyway, so I get back to the car. I get to the other bank. I count the money. Well, it's more money than what I'm supposed to have.
Oh.
So I call my wife. She said, "You gotta take it back." I say, I call this joke on here. I call him the one that making all the negative comments. My brother, the youngest one. That dude say, "She SOL."
They gonna lose her job.
So I said to myself, I can't. Now I'm like you, Chris. Now if it had been back in the day when I was younger, before I met my wife, hey,
Deuces.
I'm sorry. But since I met her, she made me be, I guess, quote unquote, more honest. So
Right.
and then I couldn't have it on the conscience this lady losing her job too, because she's probably gonna lose her job.
Hey, that restaurant is short enough. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Look, see that count at the end of the day, like this.
So long and behold, I took it back. I had to take it back the next day because the bank was already closed. I took it back. She wasn't there, but I left it there and explained to her what happened. And then when I did go back in there again, oh man, you don't know how thankful she was. I mean, she was just.
They probably look.
She was just overjoyed at the fact that I brought it back.
They probably gave her hit on that cash register was short, baby. Or that bank register.
Yeah.
They all in the cameras.
Hey,
Look, they set it off over here. Let me see what she done did.
hey. She gave look. It looked like she gave a band to that light skinned man.
Yeah, so I had to take it back.
Yeah. So who told you to take it back? Your wife?
Well, see, I was leaning toward taking it back anyway. I just called two different schemes to see what kind of answers I was gonna get.
The good one and the bad one on the shoulder. Yeah.
Once they take it back,
Hey,
I was say deuces.
right. Look, my wife didn't know what was going on. Okay, so all right, did you understand? We drivers, right? So you're looking at everything going around.
Right.
And I saw, how you're looking at money blowing. I was like, stop immediately. I'm not, I ain't pulled to the side. I stopped right there in the middle of the right there the street, and I'm out. And I figured my wife gonna get out with me and start picking up cash. Right. She's looking like, what you doing? Cash. It's everywhere.
Everywhere. It's raining money. It's raining money.
Nobody's coming behind you, huh?
Nope. Only the guy on the motorcycle. Well, no. A car had already blew by and he didn't see it.
That's how all the money started flying up.
Yeah, he and blew by and they kept going. Then another person came through the intersection and trying to get around me. Yeah. And then see it either. I'm like this. I don't know what y'all don't see, but I am picking up cash. You know what I'm saying? Dollar bills, y'all.
Straight cash, homie. Straight cash, homie. Snack says Corey and fam are better people than me. Snack would have came up like a monster truck.
It probably would have hit me, and I was just like, oh my god. So I had her the cash, and I'm looking around, and she's like, did you check the yard? Some of her blew in the yard. Like, now she in it. But then when she saw that check, like, oh my god, it's Elaine, Linda, or whatever her name was, Johnson.
Right.
There ain't no check in there. I want to say,
is that me or that?
No, I think it's Corey.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, man. Great story. Great way to start the show off, man. Episode 81. Y'all know we haven't seen y'all in a while, so we had to kind of catch y'all up with what's been going on in our lives right now. So, great story, big dog. Great story. Let's go ahead and give our wonderful sponsor of our first segment a big shout.
Are y'all messing up, or is it just me?
Oh,
it's you.
It's just you. That's the wrong one. It's just you, Corey. Corey looking like, what you mean? Are you in the market for a new home or looking to refinance your conventional, FHA, or VA loan? The Crew and you have the perfect guy for you, the mortgage guy, Alvin Jameson. That's right, Alvin Jameson at alvinjameson.com. You can also reach him as we do at 404-587-9033. Financing a home can be one of the biggest investments you can make. Go with the one the Crew and you trust, Alvin Jameson. And when you reach out to him, let him know you heard it from the Crew and you.
Still frozen.
All right, baby. Let's go out here and jump right into it. And Snack says, man, y'all need some better internet in the South, man. Yeah, you you ain't lying, bro. You ain't lying. I don't know what's going on with this South internet, but it's killing us. Corey could have got better internet with that money. That's what he's trying. It ain't us, man. It's the servers out here. I don't know what's going on. But let's go ahead. We're gonna jump into NFL free agency. It was huge. It was huge that first week of NFL free agency. Some major players in the game, and them Cowboys weren't one of them. Then we're gonna jump into March Madness. I put in our chat, y'all. We have the TCY, the Crew and You, their their basketball bracket. We did it last year. It was so much fun. Let's do it again. Let's get as many people as we can to jump into this bracket. Pick your team, pick the winner if you can. Let's see what y'all know about this NCAA bracket. Where I would say let's do a women's one too, but we all know who the women's one's gonna be. It ain't gonna be too much debate on that one right there. But this men's league is up in the air.
That's how we're doing.
Well, we don't need to do all. We need to do both of them.
I know what I'm saying, but you said when you talked about the women, you said this is already decided, but I don't think you and Corey always feel that way.
Yeah, I've watched enough of it this year to know this is gonna be tough. Hey, Pumpkins, you got your hair done? It looks beautiful. You're welcome.
Shut it up. My bad, y'all.
All right. NFL got like an NBA free agency coverage. Look, it was quick, wasn't it? Yeah. All right, so fellas, man, let's go ahead and since they just went over the brackets, let's go ahead and talk about the NCAA brackets, man. And y'all tell me the team that y'all would like to see, or the team that you're excited that are in it. I know, the OG has a squad in here that is representing well. All right, number 1 seed. So the top 4 seeds in men's basketball are North Carolina, UConn,
Purdue,
yeah, Houston.
All right.
H-Town is one. Okay.
Yeah, H-Town now number 1. I think that is number 2 seed overall, and I think the number 1 seed is UConn.
Yeah, they the only one to win the conference tournament.
Yeah, they're the only one.
Yeah, you're right. Houston is coming out the south. UConn out the east. North Carolina out the west, and in the Midwest is Purdue.
All right, and I don't know if you all can see this screen because I can't.
Hey,
they look small as a mug.
Ooh, hey, I got something for you when that happens, boy. Let me show you.
Let me put my glasses. Let me get my glasses.
Boy, okay.
All right. So, can y'all see that? If y'all can see that, run down that list for me.
All right, which one you want me to start with?
Start with the East. All right,
in the East, you got UConn against Stetson. They playing. So when they put that, are they playing in Brooklyn or what? What is that? Because I see the Brooklyn.
That's where they're playing. That's where they're playing these first few rounds, and then as they move on, they go to different locations.
Okay. So yeah, you want me to read all of them, or what you trying to get me to do? What he said?
I don't know where you went.
Hey, okay. All right. Well, I guess I'll read them. All right. So UConn playing Stetson, which is the 16th seed. Florida Atlantic playing Northwestern. San Diego playing UAB. Auburn's playing Yale. BYU is playing what's this? The
Queens.
Huh?
The Queens.
Is that how you say that?
I have no idea.
I've never heard of that school. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I never heard of them. Illinois, Morehead State, Washington State against Drake, Iowa, and South Dakota. That's gonna be your first Eastern bracket.
All right. Tell me how y'all feel about this bracket here. I've heard the analysts, the specialists in NCAA basketball say that UConn being the number 1 overall seed has the toughest road to the finals.
Why do we all have on glasses? Oh my God! You see what's going on here?
Y'all just joined the family.
You know what? You're right. But listen, I'm looking at both me and G. I'm like, why we look so? Man, okay.
What you like talk about all the time? Y'all say he undefeated.
Time.
All the time.
Me and G looking crazy. I'm like, why do we look different? Okay. My bad,
Yeah,
but
G, I was saying this bracket, they do have the toughest road. They got Auburn, who's playing great right now. They got Iowa State, who just beat the brakes off of Houston.
Right.
So then they have Illinois in here who's playing really good. So the top 4 seeds in this bracket is pretty tough in this bracket to be the number 1 overall seed.
Yeah, and Auburn, who's been playing tough.
They got Auburn, Iowa State, and Illinois, all in the same bracket with UConn.
And FAU, who was in the Final Four last year.
Did Michigan make the tournament?
Brother, Michigan had 7-24, man.
Yeah, they was horrible. They
lost their coach.
Juwan Howard gone.
I saw that. I was just trying to figure out if they made the tournament knowing that the coach is gonna be fired, you know.
No, they didn't come close. They probably wouldn't make the NIT.
No, And why you said that a surprise team that has to play in the NIT is University of South Florida. They have 7 losses all season, and they have to play in the NIT.
USF?
Yeah, USF. Where Abdul Rahim went, the one from Kennesaw State. So he took that team to the best record they've ever had, and they still, because they didn't win their conference, they didn't make it in.
Wow.
I was surprised with. I think they're like 26-7.
That's the boy. That's the guy you were giving shouts out to a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah, he's a heck of a coach, man. Heck of a coach. He's turned that organization around, that school around, man. So
third season there, right? Or second?
This is first.
He was there. I thought he was there last year too.
He was at Kennesaw State last year. And remember, he took Kennesaw State to their first NCAA tournament.
I don't know why I thought that was 2 years ago. Okay, I got you.
So the guy they have a tough road, like y'all said, man, with these teams in it. Whew, UAB, Auburn, and don't sleep on Yale. Yale's a good squad as well.
But they got to play Auburn. They ain't gonna get past Auburn.
Nah, they don't get past Auburn. They don't get past. Look, but Auburn is a team that they like to run, and Yale gonna slow that thing down. They're gonna run. They're gonna be precise in everything they do, and that might cause problems for Auburn.
Auburn go pound them up like I don't know what coming at the SEC.
They got some big boys. Auburn got some big boys.
They go pound them up.
They got some big boys.
I got a confession to make. I've been watching more ladies basketball, women's basketball than I have been men. I ain't gonna lie to you. Y'all done put something on me now. I'm more vested in these ladies playing ball than I am the men playing ball. So when y'all start naming some of these teams out, I'm like, I'm way behind. I'm sitting there, Chuck and you, y'all done put me on these women, and then y'all leave me behind with the men. And now y'all,
I'm definitely with the women too now.
I get it, but now they got teams on here that I can't pronounce the name, and then you just say Yale is playing ball. Well, I'm like, did I miss something here?
Yeah, Yale's playing really good ball. That's right, Snack. San Diego State, they were both in the Final Four last year. That's right. And they're all in, so that is a tough schedule. That's very tough. All right, man, let's go. Let's go right across. Let's go to the South. Talk to me in the South. All right. So we have Houston at Longwood.
What's Longwood?
Longwood is in Virginia. That's a little small college in Virginia. Not bad. My niece actually went to Longwood.
It's probably one of their conference tournament. That's probably why they in.
Yeah. My niece went to that school, went to Longwood for 2 years. Like basketball. Yep. So Nebraska at Texas A&M. Wisconsin at James Madison. Wisconsin beat Illinois today? Is that what it was? Or Illinois beat them?
Mm-hmm.
I think Illinois beat them. I can't remember.
Okay.
Illinois was number 3 seeds, and they would have dropped down. I don't know. I can't remember who won that game.
Yeah, they was going down to the wire. I want to say Illinois won. All right. Wisconsin at James Madison. Duke at Vermont. I watched a little bit of Vermont the other day. Texas Tech. I'm worried about Duke. I don't. That can be an upset right there. All right. Illinois was the champions. Okay, good. All right. Texas Tech at North Carolina State. North Carolina State upset North Carolina in the ACC championship as well, and a surprise win. All right. Let's see. What did I say, Corey?
I said, was that considered an upset?
Was it considered an upset? Really?
What?
I know you kidding me. North Carolina was the
Yeah,
number 1
okay.
seed.
See, if they're not the same team, if they're not playing, the way they should,
Number one seed,
Yeah, North Carolina's been playing well all year. They actually been.
NC State. It was an upset, and it's first time this happened in the ACC tournament. NC State was number 10 seed. They won 5 straight games to win the ACC tournament.
ACC tournament, yeah.
Did they storm the court?
No, that wasn't their. It wasn't their home court. They have no fans there to do that. I'm ready for you, man.
Snacks there. NC State got a defensive line playing center.
Yeah, he's a big boy. Yeah, he's a real big boy. We had problems with him.
Yeah. All right. Kentucky against Oakland. All right. Let's see. Florida versus either Colorado or Boise State. Looks like so they got to play first. Colorado or Boise State, they got to play first. Florida might be in trouble. They lost one of their main key players, man, to a broken leg. They broke his leg, and they said it was one of them ones you don't want to see. Marquette versus Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky won their conference. They're a tough squad.
So Colorado won yesterday because they were playing with Oregon State yesterday was that their conference championship yesterday?
Oregon State?
Yeah, was it Oregon or Oregon State? One or two. They played yesterday.
Oregon played today. They won today. Yeah, they won.
Okay. So maybe Oregon State. Because Eric Thornton, big shout out to him. He was calling me, telling me that this was supposed to be a big win for Colorado if they took it. And I was like, they ain't finna do nothing. I was like, hey, Colorado ain't never been no powerhouse team to play nobody in basketball. But okay.
Right. All right. Marquette. All right, is it Marquette versus Western Kentucky? Purdue versus Middle Tennessee State or Grambling.
You going to the Midwest now? That's Midwest.
That's Midwest?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay, that was it. Okay, I stopped.
Yeah, that Marquette Western Kentucky was the last game.
That's one. Okay. All right. So this one don't look too. Don't look. I mean, it got some bruises out there.
Mm-hmm.
Marquette can give them problems. Can give Houston problems. And Kentucky, you never know what Kentucky team you're gonna get.
You never know.
I root for them all the time, and it's just they do all this,
They so up and down, man. They so up and down. Yeah, I don't really see a whole lot of. I can see Duke getting knocked out early. I don't see them doing much.
Now James Madison, they still tough. They 31-3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now because James Madison is that small school that's been kind of pushing people to the limit, right? Getting to that Sweet 16 every year. Or are they a problem school?
No, I don't think that's one. I don't think that's one of them.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't think so. I think Wisconsin boys, they're gonna be too big and too strong for James Madison, I believe. That Wisconsin, they play physical, boy. They play physical.
So y'all don't weigh heavy on that 31-3 that season that they had this year. They've only lost 3 games.
No, you got to consider who they played though.
Yeah,
they had to check their conference, see who's in that conference and who they who they beat up on them 31 games.
Yeah. I remember James Madison. They was actually one of the teams my son was supposed to be playing when he was at Clark Summit. And yeah, so
You saying they play smaller schools?
they play smaller schools a lot, you
Okay.
know. So I mean, they play some squads, but not really. It's not that big of a deal, you know.
Okay.
I wouldn't put them going past Wisconsin. I'm not gonna say that far. All right. Let's go to the Duke ain't no good this season at all. Next season, Duke winning the whole thing next season.
And why you say that?
I said, what'd you say? Why? What's going on?
Duke is winning the whole thing next season.
Why?
Duke,
Any reason?
they got some dogs coming in next year, dog.
Gee, they when Zion was there, they had the top 5 recruits in the nation on their team.
This team that they bring in is probably going to be way better than that team they brought in with Zion.
Okay.
Why you say that? Get some kids you know?
Evidently, but they gonna come to the ACC and get bumped around and bruised.
Oh, look here, that squad. Just watch what I said, y'all.
I'm watching what you said. I heard this before many a time.
That squad next year.
So we got to hold your receipts. Got to get some receipts on this one.
Yeah, it's gonna be some receipts. Trust me. You know I'm an ACC fan too. Oh, it's gonna be some receipts. That's gonna be kept.
Tougher than UNC?
Huh?
Oh yeah. UNC gonna fall off next year.
Well, we're gonna lose some things, but Duke's not gonna win. Duke's not gonna win.
I'm saying they're not gonna retool like you said. Duke is retooling. They are. I mean, where you coming from with this?
I believe they have like OG said about them when they had Zion.
Mm-hmm.
They have probably 4 of the top 5 recruits coming in.
Don't make no difference if they don't play together and gel together and get coached right. They're not gonna win. If Coach K couldn't take that team to the championship, Shire definitely won't.
Wait a minute. So you saying win it all or win the ACC?
No, he said win it all.
He said win it all. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
If Coach K could not take that team that Zion was on to the championship, then Shire definitely
Zion did get hurt now. He did get.
He wasn't hurt. He wasn't hurt when the tournament started.
Yes, remember he got hurt whenever they played UNC, and then he didn't play in the tournament. Remember, he shut it down. He didn't play.
Yeah, he did.
All right.
Him and
Barack Obama was at that game and didn't get to see him play.
That wasn't in the tournament.
Okay.
Him and the man named that play for Orlando right now. They both was on that same team.
Who?
What's the man name that play for? Can't remember his name. Anyway, they're not gonna win. Let's put it that way.
All right. Well, keep the receipt.
Keep the receipt. All right. Let's go down. Let's go down to the West. All right. We got North Carolina versus either Howard or
Wagner.
Wagner.
Yeah.
Okay, Wagner. All right. Mississippi State versus Michigan State. So Mississippi State, boy, that's a tough squad there, boy. They physical. They play
number 8.
Yeah, they play some defense out there, boy. Woo. That's gonna be a tough one for Michigan State, but either one of them is gonna be a tough matchup. All right, St. Mary's. That's the team you was thinking about right there. St. Mary's always give people a good run.
Okay.
Versus Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon?
Yeah, Grand Canyon.
See, that's
Alabama versus Charleston. Clemson versus New Mexico. I know a kid that played for Clemson. Ian Shefflin plays for Clemson. Starter.
You know him?
Yeah.
Is that a real name? Ian Shefflin?
Shefflin, yep. Yeah.
Okay.
He went
4. I think he's number 4.
Yeah, yep, number 4. Yeah. He
from Georgia?
Huh?
He from Georgia?
Yeah, he's from Georgia. He went to Grayson. Played on a couple teams with some boys I know. Like a real nice kid, man. Real good kid.
Okay.
So they were in the Met. Yeah. Big boy. He big. My wife love him. He's that nice of a guy.
Okay.
but he plays hard, man. He's always played hard, even in high school. Man, played hard like crazy. He went to Grayson. Congratulations to Grayson, man, on winning their high school state championship this year. So shout out to George Pierce. All right. Baylor versus Colgate.
You skip Alabama and Charleston.
No, I
He
said
called them out.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah. Dayton versus Nevada. And they said Nevada got a player on there, boy, that's so dang on good. I think his name is Thompson, I think they said. Boy, can go. All right. And Arizona versus Long Beach State. Long Beach State makes it in. So that's your West.
Where's Colgate? Like the toothpaste?
Yeah, like cool. Ain't that in upstate New York or something like that? Colgate?
Yeah, I'm not sure where they are.
I think that I want to say he's up there.
All right, so that's team number 4 that I never heard of. Continue.
But Arizona, that's a tough bracket right here. They got some dogs in there. With Iowa State, that's a. I think I skipped over that one. I did skip over that one.
Which one? Which bracket you talking about now?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm looking up. Said it's
Yeah.
too small.
Back
Why
in
don't
the
we up? Yeah, back in the East.
Back in the East.
Yeah.
I say, where are you?
I'm gonna see what's interesting about this. Now I won't jump too far ahead.
Okay.
You know I'm a North Carolina fan, but what would be interesting if both North Carolina and Arizona made it to the Elite 8, because Caleb Love now plays for Arizona.
Yeah. And that
So
Arizona
left North Carolina to go to Arizona.
Right. Ooh, Arizona has been one of the best teams in the country all year too. And they've been top 5 all year pretty much. Let me jump back up to the East real fast before we move on to the Midwest, y'all. UAB and Auburn, they have an opportunity to play each other.
If they both win.
If they both win, yeah. So if you look at UAB, they have a guy named Eric Gaines from Lithonia. The boy can flat out go. He's a Georgia boy. And then your boys in Auburn, they have 2 guys from Georgia. One from McEachern, I believe, one from Southwest DeKalb. And KD Johnson and your big boy, what's my boy's name? Number 44. I went to McEachern. I can't think of his name now. Dang it. But they're all Georgia boys, man. So keep an eye on them. Caldwell. His name is Caldwell. He actually played with Sharif Cooper when Cooper was there. So, all right. Just want to give y'all some insight on those teams right there. All right, let's go to Midwest. Number 1, Purdue versus either Middle Tennessee State or Grambling. This one I messed up on. Okay. All right, Purdue. How do y'all feel about Purdue being? I know they're number 1 seed. They scare me, man.
They putting all their marbles in either.
Yeah. If he don't have a good game, that's it.
That's that big white boy, ain't it?
Yeah.
Where is he from?
We talked about this a while back. He's from
United
U.S. Yeah, he's from the United States. Yeah, he's from the United States.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Utah State versus TCU. So Utah didn't make it.
He's on Snacks. He's from Canada. Big kid from Canada.
Canada. Okay, Canada. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Utah State versus TCU. Gonzaga versus McNeese.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas versus Sanford.
You say versus?
Versus.
You say verse?
I say verse. Yeah, verse.
So you don't say verse?
I should say verses. The English police over here.
You should.
All right. Kansas versus Sanford. South Carolina. I saw somebody predict South Carolina can possibly make it. Both South Carolina teams in the women's and men can win the whole thing.
They better get some of them girls to play with them if they expect to do that. That's not happening.
South Carolina has a lot better team this year. South Carolina men have a lot better team this year than they've had in a while. But the only thing is, again, they're up and down. I mean, they play great, and the team that had mollywopped them twice this year has been Auburn. The first time they played Auburn beat them by 40.
Wow.
They played Auburn in the tournament this week. Auburn beat them by 30.
Wow.
Did they beat Florida?
They beat Florida, and they went to Tennessee, beat Tennessee at Tennessee. They beat Kentucky at home.
Georgia.
It's something about Auburn. They can't. I don't know what it is about Auburn, but they have a real good team. They have a potential to surprise some people. Now, whether they can win the championship, I mean, there's March Madness. You never can tell what can happen.
You're right about that.
Who won the SEC?
Auburn.
Yeah.
Auburn won the SEC. Okay.
Yeah. They beat Florida today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Handily. Like,
Handily.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, remember, like G said, though, Florida lost one of their top players that broke his leg, though.
Broke his leg, yeah. All right. I shouldn't have did that. I can't see none even worse now.
I'll finish you off. Creighton and Akron. Texas against either Virginia or Colorado State. Tennessee, and then you got St. Peter's. Where is St. Peter's? Florida?
Florida? Is that Florida?
I'm guessing. We could be wrong.
That's 5 then. So let me say that before you continue, G. So I got 5 teams here. Not saying I ain't never heard of them, but it's one of them I can't even pronounce that. Okay, so in the West, you got that Duquesne or
Duquesne.
Huh?
Duquesne. I think it's called Duquesne.
It's called Duquesne?
I think so.
Okay, well, Duquesne. And so, like I said, Colgate. I had, I'm not up on Colgate. Like you just said, St. Peter's. So I guess I'm saying this to say this: there are more teams that's entering in the tournament that I hadn't heard of that getting an opportunity or a shot.
You know why that is, right? You know why that is?
Tell me why.
Because if you win your conference tournament, you get an automatic bid.
To get in?
Yeah, you automatically in.
Mm.
If you win your conference tournament, then you automatically in Division One.
Yeah. And see, Grambling is in the SWAC. SWAC was always playing that last team that would go up against I forget what conference it was, but that's why it's always that slash team or whatever to get in.
You got to play in to get in. It's 68, 968 teams, but you got 4 play-in games that they had to play in to get into the field of 64.
Okay.
Now, what I don't like is they always put the HBCU teams in the play-in.
Always. Southern like that for a long time. I ain't gonna lie, I remember in '93 when they did the same thing against Southern played Georgia Tech, and we beat Georgia Tech in '93. It was a super duper upset. But that was when what's the kid name? That was it was 2 guys. What's the dark skinned guy that played for San Antonio? He was point guard back in the cut with David Robinson. He ended up coaching.
Avery Johnson. Avery Johnson. He went to Southern.
Who?
Avery Johnson.
Avery Johnson, yes. And then they had one other kid. And both of them, like I said, they were on that 96. No, it was 3 of them actually. One played for the Pistons, and then I can't remember where Fields went to. I can't remember. His last name was Fields.
Fields.
Yes. Nevertheless, that was a good squad that they had.
Landry Fields.
Say again.
Landry.
Fields? No, Landry Fields is a football player, ain't he?
No.
Is Landry Fields a basketball player?
Yeah, he basketball. Played with the Knicks and somebody else, but now he's the GM for the Hawks right now.
Oh no, it ain't Landry Fields because this guy died. But he went to Southern University, and then the other kid went to the Pistons. And I'll think of the names later, but my bad. I'm just saying what I noticed is a lot of these small or slash play-in schools are getting the opportunity to play. Plus, a lot of like your Colgates that I never heard of are getting, like you said, they won their championship. They're getting their chance to get some shine.
St. Peter's is in New Jersey. That's what Snack says.
Okay.
They was a big Cinderella team in 2019. That's how he remembers them. All right. So we're taking calls now, man. If y'all want to call in, or y'all got a topic or a question y'all want to ask us, man, y'all can call into this number right here at 470-588-6617. Once again, 470-588-6617. All right, I'm gonna run through the champions, and then we'll move over to the NFL, fellas. All right.
Bobby Fields. Bobby Fields. That was his name.
Yeah, I don't remember him.
Champions or what?
Of their conference, they won their conference.
Oh, we can't skip without talking about at least the top seeds in the women now.
All right. Well, all right.
Go ahead and talk about that first, though.
Auburn in the SEC, UAB in the AAC, Duquesne in the Atlantic 10, Yale in the Ivy, Vermont in the American East, MEAC, Howard, UConn in the Big East, Iowa State in the Big 12, Mountain West, New Mexico State, Akron in the MAC. The ACC is NC State. Conference USA is Western Kentucky. Pac-12 is Oregon. SWAC is Grambling. Big West is Long Beach State. The WAC is Grand Canyon, and the MAC, MAAC, is St. Peter's. Bobby Phillips. Okay, Bobby Phillips died in the car accident.
Bobby Fields. Yep.
Oh, Fields. Oh, Fields. Okay, Fields.
Yeah, Bobby Fields.
Okay. That boy know everything. Snack boy, I tell you, that boy Snack know everything.
I appreciate it. Yep.
Yeah, everything. All right, good. So give me the top 4 women's.
Okay, so the women do a little bit different than the men.
Okay.
The women don't have, I guess, 4 separate locations where they play.
They all play the same place?
No, they have 2 places. They just play 2 regions in the same place.
Okay.
So number 1 seed in Albany 1, of course, is South Carolina.
All right.
Number 1 seed in Albany 2 is Iowa. Number 1 seed in Portland 3 is Southern California. And
wait a minute, you said Iowa?
Yeah.
They made it? Okay. Is that Caitlin Clark?
Yes.
Did they make it, G, really?
I mean, as number 1. I'm talking number 1. Because then they have, how many losses they have?
3.
I don't know how many losses they have, but they're the number 1 seed in the.
Okay.
And then the number 1 seed in the Portland 3 is Southern California.
USC, okay.
And then the number 1 seed in Portland 4 is Texas.
Texas. Yeah.
Only thing I want to point out is Iowa and South Carolina will play again in the Final 4 if they both make it there.
They both make it.
The other thing is, in the same bracket with Iowa, is LSU.
Man, I wish they went in that same bracket because I would love to see, LSU, Iowa, South Carolina, all the ones that didn't, I wanted to see that. Dang.
All I want to see is Iowa back in the Final 4. That's what I want to see.
You want to see what? You want to see what? Iowa and South Carolina?
South Carolina back in the Final 4 again.
Your bully squad.
Yeah.
I just want to put that out there.
All right, that's good. That's good. I like it, man. I'm excited about both of them. I want to see. I really think that the women's is a lock for them, their top seeds to actually make it to the Final 4. So we'll see. Where's LSU at in that picture? I know you didn't.
They're number 3 seed on the same side with Iowa.
Well, ooh.
They're number 3 seed. They got UCLA is number 2 seed. Ooh. LSU is number 3 seed. And who is the 4th seed?
Man, they be making these brackets small trying to look at it, boy.
Kansas State is the 4th seed.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the Iowa side.
Okay. So
on the Sacramento side, the number 2 seed is Notre Dame. Number 3 is Oregon State, and number 4 is Indiana.
So they the way they break them up is Albany 1, Albany 2, and then Portland 4 and Portland 3, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. Ew, I can't. We could possibly see a LSU South Carolina national semifinal.
Yeah, and that's what you don't want to see. That's what I'm saying. You got those two. You don't want them in the same bracket, but I get it.
Want them to meet up in the.
I want them
Championship versus the Final Four.
Yeah, you know.
So if South Carolina makes it, who will come out of that? Who is the best team to come out of that? The West Side.
That Albany 2 or ultimate Albany 1.
Albany 3 and Albany 4. They'll come up. They're playing the championship against. Portland 3 and Portland 4 are playing against Albany 1 and 2.
So that's USC and Kansas State. You said
USC and Texas are number 1.
Texas. Okay.
Yeah. Texas is coming out of Portland 4, which would be like the West and from the men's. At Portland 4, and then like you were saying, South Carolina is coming out of that Portland 3.
No, South Carolina. You mean who they play? What you mean?
I'm saying they're coming out like their group. They can slide because I don't see anybody in that Portland 3 group that they're gonna make it. They're gonna cruise.
Who's gonna make it? Southern Cal?
Looking at here.
Talking about South Carolina.
Yeah, and their bracket.
South Carolina is in Albany 1.
Is that Albany? Who is it? Well, what am I looking at? Is that Southern Cal. I apologize.
Southern Cal is in Portland 3.
Okay, I'm sorry, my bad.
Okay. Oh.
Southern Cal got that freshman female now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Juju. Yep.
Juju gonna make some noise now.
For sure.
I definitely want to see on the Final Four.
Juju Watt.
Yeah. Don't count out our freshman that comes off the bench.
Yeah.
Who just signed with Curry.
Yeah, she tough.
To wear his shoes.
Huh?
To wear his shoes.
Yeah.
She tough, boy.
She came off the bench and she was the MVP of the SEC tournament.
Yeah, she tough. She tough. She played with a swag, boy. She played with a
Malaysia Fulwiley. Remember that name, Malaysia Fulwiley.
You said it. You said it the first game you saw her play in.
Yeah.
You said, remember her name.
Yep.
No, she has not let you down. She has not let you down, man. She's been stellar in her freshman season at South Carolina. So congratulations to her on her achievements thus far. All right, fellas, man, let's go ahead and switch gears. Let's jump into the NFL. I know we got people on here wanting to talk about what's been going on in the NFL so far. This offseason, we've had a bunch of moves, but none bigger than what Pittsburgh is doing out there. First, they pick up Russell Wilson, and we touched on that a little bit last week. But now there's another trade. And they bring in Justin Fields. All right. After the Bears trade for Keenan Allen, they said it was a franchise quarterback, but they wasn't sure. They trade him to the Steelers, man, for a 6th round pick that can change or go up to a 4th if he plays a certain amount of snaps.
But I also saw that they're saying that he will not be competing for the starting job.
Oh, did they say that?
That's what came across the bottom line of ESPN. No, Tomlin hadn't come out there and said that. I'm not sure where ESPN got it from.
They said he wanted to be traded there. They said they had other suitors, but he said, I don't want to go to them. I want to go to Pittsburgh, and the Bears granted him that.
Did he ask for that? Well, like I always say, Tomlin has been known to he been known to save black athletes. You know what I'm saying? Save a player. You know what I'm saying? He did the same thing last year with Haskins. You know what I mean? As far as quarterback, but he do coaches like that, huh?
Some a couple years ago.
Yeah, he do coaches like that. He'll do players like that too. It's like you don't want him to sit there and rot or not, or lose an opportunity to not get a chance to showcase talent or to help him out, all that stuff. Now, I don't know what that necessarily means for Justin. I'm glad that he's there, with an opportunity to learn, because I'll say this here. I thought that Justin lost a little, how would I put this? Lost a little value because, first it was, we were vetting him for a quick little second, and it was supposed to be a player and a first rounder. You know what I'm saying? Then it was, then it went down to possibly two second rounders. But he lost a lot of momentum in terms of trade value, in terms of value itself as a player. Throughout, since the end of the season. So, I'm not really sure what necessarily happened. I'm not sure if it's a good deal, good place or not. When you've got two potential starters on your squad. So, and then they still probably got to get a third guy, to put there.
They got a third guy there, don't they?
Who's the third guy?
Mason Rudolph.
They let him go, didn't they?
I thought they let Trubisky go, and they traded
Rudolph gone too.
Yeah,
Rudolph gone too.
No, the Rudolph's there. Rudolph's there.
Rudolph
Yeah,
there.
Rudolph's there. Yeah, Rudolph's there. Trubisky and Pickett. Yeah.
Yeah, Pickett. Yeah.
Yeah. They
Rudolph
both.
okay. So we got that three. All right.
So what are y'all? The Bears. Let's get on the Bears, man. They have the #1 pick and the #9 pick in the draft. Was this a mistake?
Hey, look, Titans agreed to the terms with Mason Rudolph. He gone.
Oh, he is gone?
Is he gone?
Yeah, I knew he was gone too. Yep. The Titans.
They got all black quarterback field back there, huh?
Right now they just got two.
They only got two though.
Yeah, they still got. They're probably gonna draft somebody, but they got.
Rudolph was with Tennessee. Okay. Do y'all think this was a mistake by the Bears to get rid of Justin Fields? And Justin Fields now is going over there with Arthur Smith, who we just said did not do well with Ritter already. But stand on the Bears. Was this a mistake?
To me,
pick is gone.
I think it's a mistake because right now, unless they got this firm agreement, because I guess they're going after Caleb Williams. We've been talking about Caleb Williams and his situation.
Mm-hmm.
So my first question is Caleb Williams go stay in the draft and not try to back up? Does he like Chicago? In other words, have I just traded away, like you say, what we thought was our franchise quarterback for a maybe for the guy that I want? That'd be my own concern based on the conversation we've been having about Caleb Williams. I think y'all say he hasn't got an agent yet or something like that. So,
is it any different than the last 3 seasons with Justin?
But I'm saying at least you know what you got with Justin. You don't know if you're gonna get Caleb Williams or not.
But I'm saying, are you in any different? Are you in any different mode of play? Is what I'm saying.
I got a seasoned quarterback. I know who I have and what I can put on the field right now if I kept Justin. Right now, I got an if and a maybe with Caleb Williams.
But I guess what I'm saying,
unless he's giving them some definite information that led them to go ahead and proceed with this trade.
But what I'm saying is they let Justin go because of what he hadn't done. You see what I'm saying? They didn't.
Or did they they were trying to go after Caleb Williams?
I'm pretty sure they got to be going after Caleb at this point now. But what I'm saying is Justin has been a project for them, and I know he's had a tough go at it with three coordinators in 4 seasons, which is not fair. But I guess what I'm saying is, because I know I talked to many people that that love football too, and they've attached their how would I put this? They've attached their sign to Justin. They really like Fields, but I'm saying is he still a project player, or are we missing something that the Bears didn't pick up on? Or are we missing something that the Bears picked up on in terms of Justin? You know what I'm saying? Both of them are if players is what I'm getting at. We don't know what Caleb can do. We've only seen him play in college. But what I'm saying is, as Justin. Did Justin, pan out to be the quarterback that they thought he was going to be? I know they didn't give him a good shot, but what's the difference? Is what I'm saying to you, OG.
I guess my thing. The difference is that Caleb Williams is committed to the draft.
Right.
So is he gonna be here on draft day for me to draft number 1? That's the big if to me.
He didn't. So he entered he entered in the draft, but he just didn't get an agent.
Right, but I mean he can back out of it, right?
Sure. Or if he's picked because he didn't get an agent, he declared. Now I guess I got to look at the rules on how it goes. He declared for the draft, but he didn't pick an agent, so that gives him the opportunity to go back to USC because he's saying I entered the draft, but I'm not a pro yet.
Right.
I hadn't taken any of your tests. I hadn't done I didn't do the combine. So I'm still actually a collegiate player with options to go.
I just don't know. So that's my point. So I'm saying, not knowing he's got these options where he can be there or not be there.
Mm-hmm.
But at least I know what I'm gonna have. I know what I have with Justin Fields. It may not be the best that I want at this point in time, but I have a quarterback that's been there for 3 years, that's playing versus is Caleb Williams come or not. So
I'm gonna throw another curveball at y'all. Okay, so the only team that showed interest up until the trade 2 days ago was the Atlanta Falcons, and we were just we were vetting and talking. But no other team, even after the season started, after free agency started, when it opened up, nobody else, threw anything. Now, true enough, the Steelers they got him for a steal. You know what I mean? They for half a nut, which is cool. But I guess my question is, are we missing something when it comes to this dude to let what you consider or what the NFL considers him to be, which is a starting QB, but we missed something here for them to let him go for a six round conditional pick that, like you said, can go probably to a 4th, depending on if he plays enough, if he gets enough snaps, sort of like how we did this year with the wideout from Jacksonville. We could have got a condition or a second round pick, but they didn't sign him, or nobody signed him until I think 6 o'clock instead of 4. They probably not gonna give him enough snaps, and so he'll go for a 6th round conditional pick as opposed to them having to give a 4.
Right.
Intentionally,
I guess to me, I put this in the same boat as I put Denver's general management team in. I mean, you made this move, so you go hold their feet to the fire.
Yeah,
and this move doesn't pan out.
Yeah. But they ain't give up the same amount. Now 85 is a lot.
Right. They give the same amount. But I'm just saying, as far as holding them accountable and keeping their feet to the fire.
Yeah.
Based on the decisions they decided to do.
So Snack says you guys have not watched Caleb Williams tape. If you are saying what you are saying, he thinks Caleb is going to be a player in this league. I think he has an opportunity too. But not now. I think he has to learn the NFL game. I think it's going to take him some time. And Chicago is not a place where you want to learn at, honestly. Like, he's not a runner. He's not moving the pocket like that. I don't know. I don't see. And for me, Justin Fields, they had groomed Justin Fields to be the quarterback that they needed him to be. They built the team around him. They gave him some weapons. You saw last year he performed better than he had the year before. So he's getting better.
It's still a project.
He's still a project, but I think he's a project that now with more weapons and having the number 1 pick and having a number 9 pick, they could have dropped back, got them some more picks. Because
they didn't. That's my point exactly, G. You just getting that. They didn't want to use that. They got a better team than they had, and they didn't want to use Justin.
But just keep in mind, all rookie quarterbacks come in and don't perform like CJ Stroud.
Like CJ Stroud. That's an anomaly. That's an anomaly.
No doubt. I mean, I get that But what I'm saying to you is they gave up on him. They gave up on Fields after these seasons. They didn't feel like with the okay. So I'm giving they're part of those 4 teams that I felt like were really aggressive in the offseason.
Mm-hmm.
My team, OG, Pittsburgh, and those 4, and they real aggressive. The Bears came in there and they were pulling guys. They were picking up guys. We're like, woo, they just picked up a wideout. Woo, they got another wide. They got a running back. They got somebody on his backside there, offensive tackle, a big tackle guy. They didn't do any of that for Justin. Now you doing all this, you got this freed up money, and now you're buying these guys, but then you go the guy that you drafted, you let him walk for a conditional 6.
And he was the number 1 overall for them, right?
Yeah.
He was the number 1 pick for them, right?
Yes, he was the number 1 overall pick 3 years.
Overall pick, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I think they had an opportunity to make a nice team for 5 to 10 years, easy, with all the picks that they have, and as young as their squad is, they're not really paying anybody right now. So
I'll go even further and do this for you, G. So, like you said, in the same breath, then he's going to the Pittsburgh Steelers for 6 when, like the OG just said, and probably won't get a chance to play. Now, your conditional first overall pick with what they putting around this squad now, they're going to use Caleb with these weapons, sort of like their USC offense, run and gun, and become successful.
That's what they're hoping for. But the Chicago, how often are you going to be throwing the ball in Chicago?
With those 2, with the wideouts that they picked up, I mean,
the wideouts they picked up, yeah, they got some wideouts. But Chicago's not the city, the stadium. They call it the Windy City for a reason.
Yeah,
it's that for a reason. That's why they always been a run team. Since their days back in the day, they've been a run team because of where they play at.
So look,
now they want him to come in, and I see Snack said, he's crafty like Patrick Mahomes type, but
he can make some
throws. I think he can make some throws.
And I'm not taking anything away from his talent.
Right.
I'm just looking at the unknown. At least he's gonna be there.
Is he gonna be there? Yeah, they are getting a new stadium eventually.
Who is?
Chicago. There's supposed
to be a dome.
No, not a dome. It's still outside. It's still outside. It's still outside.
Why not a dome?
They get too much snow. They get too much snow.
For a dome?
Yeah.
So they get most of the snow in Minnesota?
They get a lot of ice, and that's just saying the ice gets too heavy for like some of these places will never get a dome. Like Buffalo, never getting a dome. Some of how some of these places they say it gets so the ice gets so heavy. The snow is not what the problem is when it turns to ice and then it implodes.
Put the heat up there.
You ain't lying. For real.
Put the heater in the roof.
Put a heater in the roof.
Now, you know what? To us, it sound like that, but ain't none of us an engineer. There's a reason why they never did it. In New York, Buffalo, in some places just ain't getting Pittsburgh. They just ain't getting it.
Modern technology, like we had in our group chat the other day.
Yeah. Kansas City get tons of, but they ain't got no dome either, Snack. Some of them places are never gonna get a dome. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
NFL teams will get that, but I'm gonna say one last thing, G. So they've been holding on to this number 1 pick for months now, and they ain't. Let me get 3 picks for this number 1, or let me get some players for it. They've been sitting on this number 1 pick forever, and like you said, they done got hella players, and they've yet to say, hey, let's go ahead and take this number 1 and get 2 out of 2 for 1 or 3 for 1. They know they're gonna pick this kid, when they've already had a number 1 quarterback within the past 3 seasons. So what I'm saying is they gave up on Justin a while ago when they didn't use that number 1 pick to go down and get a number 2. Like remember how Carolina did. Carolina took that number 1 pick and said, "Let me get 3 for 1 here. Let me get a 2 for 1 plus a number 1 for next year and all that." They didn't do that. They kept it. They held on to it and they got it.
Okay. This I can't wait to see what happens in the draft. I can't wait to see what happens in the draft. I think it was a mistake. I think they could have ran something with Justin Fields there for a while. But this be only a second time under the same offensive coordinator in his career, and I thought it was going to be good for him. So now he's going to a different. I think it's his 4th or 5th. Yeah.
Coordinator,
offensive coordinator, man. So
that ain't saying a whole lot with what he got.
Right. Might be going on his 5th sooner than later. All right. So let's go, man. Let's go up to the OG's team, the Washington Commanders, who were very, very busy in free agency as well. OG, I want to know, man, how do you feel about the team, the players that your team has brought in under the new regime and Dan Quinn and Magic Johnson, all there? Tell me how you feel about them right now.
Oh, I like what we're doing. We're trying to show up the defensive line, the defensive backfield, brought in another running back, another tight end, offensive lineman. So we're looking at all aspects of the team and try to make the team a whole lot better. I know you're kind of upset because they got a couple of players from Dallas, but hey, it is what it is. If y'all wanted to keep him, y'all would have kept him. So
the Washington Cowboys over there.
And now there's not no Washington Cowboys. Don't even go there.
Okay.
I think they probably in Bobby Wagner. So like I said, we're trying to address the issue that we need to address. And I think we're gonna be all right.
Do you have a problem them picking through y'all groceries?
A little bit. I love it, man. Go, God dang, bro. Like you all right, 1. All right, yeah, you take 1. 2, okay. 3, and then he tried to come back again. Like they came back.
Why are you upset? Why should you be upset? Your owner and your GM, your owner / GM is not upset.
Mm-hmm.
So why you upset? Y'all all in.
Yeah, we all in.
So why you upset?
Because I'm trying to figure out why there's other players out there. Why he want to come in my backyard?
This man does what he want to do. He came from that organization, so he knows these players. So maybe they fit to the scheme that he wants to go. So don't start hating already, G. Season ain't even started yet. You already got the hate on you. There you go. Y'all didn't want him. Y'all didn't want him.
They were free agents. I'll give you that. They were free agents.
So therefore, y'all didn't want them because you let them go.
Yeah, they were free agents.
And y'all all in. So we see what your all in is. All or nothing. All or nothing right now.
I mean, we they were good players. They were good players. They were okay.
Did that help y'all in terms of freeing up money? Did they help you? Did the OG did they help y'all free up any cap space?
They were free agents. Yeah.
Okay. He got some free agents.
Yeah, they was gone.
So y'all didn't offer them any bread. Y'all didn't say, "Hey, listen, let me bring you back."
No, we told them, "Hey, man, y'all go out there and see what y'all can get, man. If y'all get something that y'all like, then go ahead and take it, man." So,
and that's why I understand why he upset.
Yeah, I just didn't understand why he wanted to just. They were trying to get coaches and everything. Golly.
I ain't gonna lie, my coach did the same thing. He pulled players and coaches. You pull the people that you work with, the one you trust.
Yeah,
exactly.
I guess you're right, man. All right. So, what are y'all doing at quarterback? So we know that y'all sent your quarterback to Seattle.
Yeah,
to Seattle.
They drafted somebody too.
They drafted somebody.
Y'all number 3.
They're number 2.
Okay.
Yeah, they're number 2. So who would you like to see run your offense now?
The rumor is I can't remember his name. They're gonna take the kid from LSU.
Daniels.
Jane Daniels. Okay.
Yeah.
Not a bad pick.
That's what the rumor is. Which I'd be good with that.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
That bad boy can do. He can run. He got a nice arm too.
Yeah. I heard between him and Drake May that y'all were looking at heavily.
The last quarterback we had came from North Carolina. No pun on North Carolina. I like him in basketball, but last quarterback we had came from North Carolina. That's where Howell came from.
Yeah, that's where Howell came from. Yeah.
Okay. So okay. So y'all ain't finna step in that doo-doo no more.
I think they're going with Daniels from LSU.
Okay.
So Snake says he thought Brandon Ayuk was a free agent, but he may get traded to Jacksonville. Have you heard any news on that?
I ain't heard nothing about that.
That'd be
For
major
the 49ers?
for the 49ers.
Why they letting him go? That's their number one guy.
He must be getting something major. They gonna let him go.
That's
Yeah,
major.
ain't
If
heard
that's happening. I ain't heard that either. That's major though. If it is, wow.
Cause he that Y1, right? He that WR1.
1A, 1B, one. You know, however you want to put it with him and
He's the most consistent. Yeah.
with him and Debo. Excuse
He's
me.
most consistent, man. What you talking about?
Debo was hurt 6 games now. Don't do that. He's a good player, but I'm just saying Ayuk plays every game.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Debo is a game changer. Your homeboy, I know that, but he when they needed him on some of them games, he was still hurt. You know, he had a new purse, but he wasn't playing.
So let's go to your team.
Side eye, look at your side eye.
I'm just saying.
Your Atlanta Falcons, Mr. Corey.
Sure.
They made some noise on more than one side of the ball as well, but they made some key transitions, man, and transactions, I should say. And bringing in Kirk Cousins, but also sending your boy Desmond Ridder to the Arizona Cardinals with Kyler Murray.
I'll holler at you.
How have you had an opportunity to sit back and take it all in and digest Kirk Cousins, 35-year-old Kirk Cousins coming off an ACL injury?
Sure.
Or is it Achilles? Is it Achilles or ACL?
Achilles
injury. Tell me your thoughts, man. I've seen him. He's walking around. He's working out already. Yeah. So how do you feel about the transactions that you all made?
I'm all in, man. I like it. Honestly, at first I was I had to think about what it was that they did initially. And I had to think about the contract situation, because at first they were like, "Oh, it's too much." It was, we paid for this now 4 years, but it's really, when you look at the contract, I'll talk about the contract first. You really just look, it's just 2 years. You're gonna get those, the 2 guaranteed at $100 million, which is the going rate for starting QBs. $100 million. I don't have a problem with that. Then that 3rd year he'll get $10 million, and then the 4th year is an option. So it really, 110 and 3. But more than likely, if he does well, he'll continue. But what I'm looking at here is when he was in his heyday, before the injury, shall I say, he was number 5 in the league, and with the quarterbacks that we had last year, they threw in his 6 games that he played. I think it was 6 or 8 games. He threw more touchdowns than my 2 quarterbacks threw the entire season in the 6 games that he played. So I'm hoping if we can keep him standing upright without any injuries. He had the same guy that did his ACL that Kobe and Kevin Durant did, same doctor. So I mean, I lean heavily on the medical recovery and the doctor that we've seen certain guys recover from. I don't know. I can't say if Aaron Rodgers had that same doctor, because Aaron will find his own guy. But he from what I read, he's had this doctor has been really successful with the Achilles.
Okay.
Situation. So if we put him in that same situation, put him on the same squad that we had last year, we instantly in the playoffs. I feel that the pickup with Kirk Cousins puts us in as a forefrunter for the NFC South. No other team has made any guaranteed moves like we have. Okay. I'd like to welcome Mr. Ray McLeod to the squad. Okay. Darnell Mooney. We re-signed Kadero Hodge. Okay. That makes our wide receiver core faster than it was last year. We brought in Charlie Warner, blocking tight end from the 49ers. He's not a catching guy, but he's a blocking guy. Offensive tackle, Storm Norton, big guy. Give me him. Keep the guy upright. Then Ryan Newsom, center. We put some pieces together. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate what they did in the offseason. I think the same way for the OG and their squad. Let's open up this bag and start paying for some guys. And that's where we at. So I like what we did. On top of that, you know, it shows that we're ready to win now. Because I think I got a lot of conversation with your buddy Bobby Bryant, and he was all and he wanted Justin Fields. Now I ain't gonna lie to you, I didn't have a problem with it, but I understood as we saw the tracker going, and he didn't get the burn that he wanted. We didn't want to do a project. Now, Bobby always used the terms. I heard you say the same thing with build around and build around it. This is building. Okay. We already have our vaccine, So in the draft, we picking up a bunch of offensive guys. That's what we just picked up. We shifted our offense with wide outs, tight ends, blocking tight ends, offensive tackle, center. That's what we did in the offseason. We beefed up, or we bettered our offense.
Right.
So hopefully in this draft, finish it off with we picking up defensive guys should be in this draft. My first pick with number 8 should be a pass rush. Either that boy from Verse, I think that's from Florida State, or that kid from Alabama, Turner. That's what I want to see. You see what I'm saying? So I like what we did. I was excited last year. It was just our quarterback play did not help us with them 7 wins. You plug in Kirk Cousins with the 7 wins we got, and this division that we have. Because I'm not asking Kirk to do a whole lot of stuff. Just consistent throwing. I think we should be okay, man. I'm excited. I'm excited about what this draft's gonna do. I want to see it play out.
Okay. I'm excited, man. I think what y'all did was huge. I think y'all brought a quarterback that can win now.
Yes.
I think y'all brought us somebody in that, and honestly, I thought y'all was gonna keep Ritter and let him learn under a veteran quarterback who knows how to play the game the right way, who knows how to read every coverage, who knows how to prepare for a game, and has done it at a high level. So I thought they was going to let him learn under that, under that good tutelage. But sometimes I guess they probably seen the writing on the wall as well.
I got an answer for that, G. Okay. So we're going to keep Heinicke, which I was always bullish on Heinicke. I like Heinicke when I saw him playing for OG them, but from my reading, and I'm hoping this happens. I ain't gonna lie to you. 7th round, we pull your boy Travis from Florida State.
Okay.
To put in that same spot where Ritter was. Bring in another guy, decent quarterback, pretty good quarterback actually. But because of ACL tear, he's falling below the radar. His value went down, but we can bring him in as a future quarterback. And they always talk about, a lot of Atlanta guys that I was talking to was talking about the culture. Needed a black quarterback, somebody run, scramble. Okay, I don't have a problem with that. Nevertheless, if we did pick up that boy Travis, we right back where everybody would like to see us at.
Right, so, right.
Not terrible, But I would rather see Heinicke than I would Ritter. So yeah. What he said, Raheem Morris wasn't going for that.
Quarterback.
I don't have a problem with it. I promise you that I don't. So like I said, to sum it all up, I like what Atlanta has done. I'm hopeful. Now I ain't gonna lie, I'm tired of being hopeful, but you gotta be. I'm not one of the ones who go, oh man, we should have got this guy. We should have. I don't do that. This is what we have. I'm like I said, I'm not scared about the Kirk Cousins pick. If we do the right things we need to do, if we protect his backside, hey, this division should be ours.
I agree, man. I agree.
So look, now that me and OG have gone through ours, I feel like it's my job to transition for you. I passed by you on the day that free agency opened up, and I asked you a question. And then you gave me a look that it kind of got me. But let me ask you a question here about your Cowboys, because we see, like I said, OG in your division. Either he taking groceries or he buying his own groceries, but they've been making moves. What is the problem with your Dallas Cowboys?
Man, it's a fear of spending money. It's a fear of spending money. It's a fear of not going into a season in 2026 with a under the cap or over the cap too much. So they look too much into the future. So instead of looking at what we got to do right now, they told the fans, Jerry Jones came out and told the fans that he was all in.
Yes.
This
So did
was it. He absolutely right. Yep, all in the garbage. All in the garbage. Nigga Panther, you're right.
No,
so
don't do that to your team. You've never done that before. Don't do that to
I'm hurting over here, man. I'm hurting because they try to convince us that this was going to be the year. You know what? And I was upset because I was saying, what have we been doing all this other time? Why are we not trying to go all in and win every year? What are we doing? You know, so to go out and come out and tell the fans that you're going all in, and then as soon as free agency hits, you watch Dalvin Cook go off the board. You watch Saquon Barkley go off the board. You watch Derrick Henry go off the board. Green Bay gets doggone another running back from the Raiders, Jacobs, and they let go of their running back who kills us every time he plays us, and is from Texas.
Yeah.
They
brought him back, right?
No, he's in Minnesota.
Minnesota
Has a house in Texas, and we don't even call to try to inquire about him coming. And he said he would have came for lesser to play with the Cowboys.
To come home.
Derrick Henry said the same thing. Derrick Henry, I got a house in Dallas. I'm there every summer. They didn't even call me. So the disappointment in seeing us not try to get better. We lost Tony Pollard, so we got Rico Dowdle, yeah. Then we got Deuce Vaughn, that running back.
That's the 5'6" guy, the little small dude.
That's a little small, yeah. Rico's a decent size. You know, he probably like Aaron Jones is. He's probably like Aaron Jones size, so he's not a bad size, but he's often injured as well. You know, he pulls a hamstring, he messes his ankle up or whatever it may be. So he's not a small guy, and I like what he brings. But you had Aaron Jones out there, man. Why not try to go after him? So then you have D tackles out there that you don't even try to talk to. We're not trying to get better. So I'm disappointed. I'm upset in the organization. I'm over here feeling like they don't want to win. They are really talking about we are the highest grossing franchise out there. Why do we need to win a Super Bowl? Because the fans gonna show up anyway. They're gonna come out and support. We're gonna lead the national television broadcast with the most views. We're gonna lead the doggone stadium with most attendance. We're gonna travel to all the games anyway. So why invest in something else to help us win for this season? And that's how I feel about what's going on right now. I'm disappointed in the Cowboys. I'm disappointed in Jerry Jones, the GM.
I got another question. So now remember, Jerry said that he feels like this team. That's why y'all running it back. This team was a few players or a few moves away from contending for a Super Bowl. Now, your nucleus is still primarily the same. It's still, you still got the same nucleus of guys that, high quality, high caliber players is what he said. Mm-hmm. Now, because you're throwing the baby out with the bathwater, but how bad do you see this team being right now? Because you still got the same good group of playmakers, and you get some guys coming back. Why are you so what did you expect to happen in free agency for you?
So I expect us to get better at a position. And we struggled at running back last year. So I was okay with Tony Pollard leaving. So I thought we was going to improve that by adding a piece. But instead, we got worse. I don't want to say worse because I like what my guy does. I like what Rico Dowdle does. But he's unproven. And I don't even believe that they believe in him because they didn't use him as much as they should have last year.
I guess what I'm going is when I heard Jerry talk, he was saying that he felt like y'all had a few guys, meaning the draft, that y'all could pull in to get y'all up from wide out to running back. You don't believe that?
We draft well, and we're gonna be okay as far as wide receiver. We got a guy, Jalen Brooks, on the bench that can come in and take Gallup's spot that he's in right now. Gallup, we released Gallup, so we got somebody in there to take his spot, and Jalen Tolbert. So we have 4 receivers that can go.
You wanted a name brand?
I wanted a player. I wanted a player at the running back position, also at the D tackle position. You're right, Snack. We needed another D tackle. We didn't even try to go after no D tackle. We'll pick somebody up in the draft, but to say we're gonna go back with the same team we went last year, we don't have that same team. Every year, your team is different. We're not going back with the same team. We've lost Tyron Smith. Tyron Smith is now with the Jets. We've lost Tyler Biotis. He's now with the Commanders. We've lost Dante Fowler. He's now with the Commanders. We've lost Neville Gallimore. He's now with the Dolphins. We've lost Dorrance Armstrong. He's now with the Commanders. We've lost these players who contributed last year on the squad that made us 12-5. So don't tell me we're going to go back with the same squad. It's not the same squad.
So you don't agree with Jerry then?
I do not agree. He is selling us a pipe dream right now. He's selling us a pipe dream. So you ask me, where are we right now? We're in a division of 4. We're number 4. We're at the bottom of the list right now. I think the Commanders, us and the Giants are fighting for that number 3 spot right now. The Eagles, Commanders are well above us already. That's why I feel right now.
You know, I don't have any rebuttal.
I mean, any rebuttal.
I'm disappointed, man. I am disappointed in what he's selling us, and I don't see an all-in approach. We've been doing the same thing over and over and over for so long. They say when you continue to do the same thing over and over, that's what insanity is. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. We don't pick up people in free agency. We don't pick up the top players. We'll pick up everybody else, that after it's all said and done. Like, so we picked up what's my boy's name? I can't even think of the line. Oh, Eric Kendricks. We picked up Eric Kendricks. The third day, we picked up Eric Kendricks. He was actually going to go to the 49ers and then decided, oh, you know what? I want to come back. I want to play with the Cowboys. So he came to the Cowboys. But that's
you feel like the masses. So let me ask you this. So I forget which one it was on ESPN that said that the Cowboys need a positive message going into week 2 in free agency. What would that message be? Like a signing? Does Jerry need to come out and say something?
Jerry need to keep his mouth shut. Jerry don't need to say nothing else. They need to stop talking to Jerry. They need to stop talking to Jerry. Just saying anything to try to appease the fans. But
Jerry is your GM. He's your GM and owner.
He's doing a lot of talking, but ain't doing a lot of moving. Don't talk about it, be about it. He's not being about it. He's just talking about it. Oh, we're gonna be better. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go all in. We're gonna show no. You ain't even tried to negotiate the contract to get more money to get nobody else in. And honestly, you don't even have to negotiate people's contracts. They have it. The league has it where when they want to take money from you or give you money up front, they don't have to ask you about it. They just go and do it and tell you, hey, we're giving you a bonus. And they restructure your contract. You don't have to agree on it. They just do it. The Cowboys didn't even try to do that. In order to get more money, what do we have to do? Extend that. Did they extend that? Not yet. We're still trying to work it out. What are you working out? You trying to get them for cheap? That ain't gonna work, dog. What are you doing? This is your franchise quarterback. You ain't about to get rid of him next year. So don't act like
restructure is what you want them to do.
they have to extend that. So that 59 million that is getting right now can be spread out.
Okay.
Or it can be used as a bonus. But instead, they're just sitting on it. Oh, we might. Well, I don't know. We're going to pay Dak next year. So you're lying. You're lying. You're not about to go back to the days of no quarterback. Get out of here, man. Ain't nobody buying that. So now you just they're trying to be cheap. They're trying to get sacks deals or sacks attire out of Walmart.
Oh, I was saying, what you saying? Okay.
Like, you know, they shopping, they trying to shop big at the Five Below.
Okay, so let me go back to that same question. So what needs to happen week 2 in free agency for the Cowboys?
Nothing. What nothing we can do. Right. All right. If you are picking players now, you're picking players that nobody wanted.
No trades, no. I mean, I'm trying.
Where you gonna trade?
I'm just saying, sometimes it's some late trades that happen. I'm not sure. You know what I mean? I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to find a silver lining here, but
there's nothing they can do. Now we have to go. We got to get our talent from the draft, and we draft well. Don't get me. We draft well. A lot of our players most of our team is drafted. We drafted them. So we do draft well. We have a hell of a drafting committee. My guy, he does a hell of a job, but I don't think that's enough, man. We've been going along.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think it's enough. So there's really nothing they can do. Now we just got to sit back and watch what happens in the draft, man, and see what they do. We need a defensive tackle out of the draft. We need to go after Sweat. I want Sweat from Texas. I need me a big boy.
He gonna cost.
Yeah, he gonna cost. I'm hoping he fall. But chances of him falling are slim. But we need an offensive lineman too, though. We need some offensive linemen. Like I said, we lost 2 of our starters, and they're saying we're going back with the same squad. Man, get out of here, dog.
That's what I'm saying. In order to get Sweat, y'all gonna have to give up a pick, or y'all gonna have to make a trade, or something like that. Gonna have to happen in order to do that if y'all trying to get that guy right.
They talking about falling back. They talking about trading. They number 24 pick and falling back.
Y'all done that before, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I was hoping that you get like me and OG and get kind of happy, but obviously not. OG obviously is satisfied with your comments.
I had no. It's been a great segment.
OG just sitting there smiling and doing this the whole time. He's doing that like yes.
I'm hot.
One thing I will say is I like Jerry's all-in approach.
I thought he was actually going to say something positive.
I did too. I don't even know why I thought that though.
That was my bad. I was like, I thought he was going to say something.
I did. Yeah. I went with Jerry. I said I like Jerry's all-in approach. That's what Jerry Jones said. It's all in. I said I like his approach.
Oh man. Hey man, we appreciate each and every one of y'all rocking with us, man. Episode 81 in the books. My guy James Littlejohn, Snack Panther, Rodney Littlejohn. Don't be mad, G. It's only football. I ain't that mad, though. Like, I'm mad at the Cowboys. I am mad at the Cowboys.
Oh, he mad.
Yeah, I'm mad at him. Hey, I'm so mad. I wrote a book, man. I just finished my book, man. So
you wrote a book?
Yeah, I wrote a book, man, because of football. All right, so I'll let y'all know when it comes out, man. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all out there. I got Rodney Littlejohn. Hey, man, we love y'all. Remember to keep your head on the swivel and keep God first. Like I said, once again, we appreciate all the love and all the prayers, man, for our family. We'll see y'all on Sunday at 8 o'clock. And I sure forgot to put our Adaptive Life Foundation on there.
You
But
say Sunday or Wednesday?
dang, Wednesday. My bad. I said Sunday. I did say Sunday. We'll see y'all on Wednesday at 8 o'clock, man. All right, we out. Peace. I'm doing a new dance tomorrow. Y'all check me out on TikTok if I ain't banned.
What's that?
I'm gonna be the first one to see that.
It's why he be damn.